Dark web users. Was there ever a point in your use that you felt you were genuinely in danger? I'm a 27-year-old graphic designer, and I'd been using the dark web for like 2 years to find rare design stuff. I had this one go-to seller who went by Pixelhawk. Always delivered quality stuff, never had issues. Their prices were fair, and they had this massive collection of design resources you couldn't find on regular sites. I probably bought from them like 15 times over 6 months. But then I ordered this premium template pack that was supposed to be some leaked corporate branding kit. Cost me $200, which was steep, but the previews looked incredible. Usually, Pixelhawk would send a download link within hours. This time, 3 days passed, and nothing. I messaged them asking what was up. Instead of the usual download link, I got an email with a shipping confirmation. My real address was on it. My actual home address that I'd never given to anyone on the dark web. I always used fake info and a VPN. Seeing my real name and address on that email made my stomach drop. The package showed up 2 days later. No return address, just wrapped in black plastic like someone had done it in their garage. Inside was a flash drive with tape over the USB port and a sticky note that said, "Watch this," in messy handwriting. I knew I shouldn't plug it in, but curiosity got the better of me. I grabbed my old laptop that I barely used and wasn't connected to any of my main accounts. The flash drive had one video file on it. The video started with this grainy footage of some guy tied to a chair in what looked like a basement. He was begging for his life, crying, talking about his kids. It looked real, like actually real, not some movie or fake torture porn. This guy was genuinely terrified, and you could see someone moving around behind the camera. I slammed the laptop shut so fast I almost broke the screen. My hands were shaking. This wasn't design templates. This was something way darker, and I wanted nothing to do with it. 10 minutes later, my phone rang. Unknown number. I almost didn't answer, but something made me pick up. This calm voice said, "We know you saw it. Don't delete anything. We'll be in touch." Then they hung up. I freaked out completely. Called the police, but when I showed them the package with no tracking info and tried to explain about the video, they basically said it could be staged and there wasn't much they could do without more evidence. They took a report, but I could tell they thought I was being paranoid. That night, I made sure to lock my front door, checked it like 3 times before bed, but I woke up at 2 a.m. to find it wide open, just standing there open like someone had walked right in. I always lock that door, always. It's basically muscle memory at this point. Nothing was missing from my apartment, but there was a yellow sticky note on my fridge that said, "Stay out of our business," in the same messy handwriting from the flash drive. I didn't sleep the rest of that night, sat in my kitchen with a knife just watching the door. The next morning, I decided to get rid of the flash drive. I drove to this mall across town and left it in one of those public lockers, then emailed Pixelhawk the location and locker number. Got a response an hour later that just said, "We'll let this go." But for the next 3 weeks, I kept seeing the same dark blue sedan parked on my street. Different spots, but always within view of my building. Sometimes there'd be someone sitting in it just watching. Other times it was empty, but the engine was still warm when I walked past. I started taking different routes to work, looking over my shoulder constantly. My friends thought I was losing it. Maybe I was, but that car kept showing up and I knew it wasn't a coincidence. 2 months later, I moved to a completely different part of town. Broke my lease early and lost my deposit, but I didn't care. Haven't been on the dark web since.